All right, let me start. So thank you so much again for joining today's webinar. My name is Josephine Kapura. I am the sales manager at Servercore, and our topic today is going to be stable, simple, local infrastructure for the e-commerce industry. Before we start, I wanted to just mention something. If you have any questions, again, I urge you to just write them on the chat, and my team will get back to you on that. All right, so an introduction again. As I mentioned, my name is Josephine Kapura. I am the sales manager at Servercore Kenya. I have about 10 years experience in the sales and marketing department. So these are going to be the topics that we're going to be discussing today. We're going to be introducing Servercore. We're going to talk about the e-commerce market trends and statistics. We're going to talk about cloud computing for e-commerce, Servercore products, and clients cases. So let me just go into introducing the company. We are Servercore. We are an international premium infrastructure provider with a local presence. And our mission is to ensure that we help companies deliver their services to users in countries with technological breakthroughs such as Kenya. So about Servercore, we do have 4 data centers in 3 countries, and Kenya is one of those countries with data centers. Our team has over 10 years experience working with clients in IT sector all across Europe. So basically, this is our geography. This is where we are located. We are in Central Asia as well as Nairobi, Kenya. All right. So what are the benefits of being a premium provider? So being a premium provider, we offer the technology partnership. So this means having we offer the technology that we're going to be talking about today. We also offer free communication channels, so we do not charge for any support, for any questions, for any queries. And it's free communication from all our channels. We're also compliant with international standards, and we have new and modern hardware, which is 99.9% SLA. All right, so with local presence, we allow our customers to pay in Kenyan shillings, which this has been such a key game changer, especially with our clients, and we can see that this has shown a lot of interest to most of the people because instead of paying in USD, they can also just be allowed to pay in Kenyan shillings, which has significantly also cut costs for most of our clients. We also have a local availability zones and also an office here in Nairobi. So having a local availability zone, this means that as compared to other players in the market that do not have data centers here in Kenya, then we do not have a latency because your data is stored within the country. Then we also are personal data compliance. We are GDPR and BPA 2019 Act. We also compliant with those as well. So these are some of our clients on our platform. All right, straight into it. So e-commerce markets. So we can, from our research, we understand that the e-commerce market, especially here in Kenya, so we can see that Kenya is among one of the leaders in the e-commerce on the African continent. It has a combined revenue expected to hit 3.6 billion in 2023. The revenue is expected to show a compound annual growth rate from the year 2023 to 2027 of 3.7%. So these are some of the markets that are considered within the Kenyan e-commerce markets. So at number 1, we have electronics at 25.3%. Then we have hobby and leisure at 22.8%. We have fashion at 18.9%. Then we have furniture and homeware at 11.2%. Then we have care products at 8.1%. Then we have the DIY at 7.4%. And we have groceries at 6.4%, which we have seen that there are many players in the market, especially right now with the groceries, and they're trying to, I believe the market will be changing rapidly and having new and more modern ways of increasing these numbers. All right, so for the e-commerce trends, we understand that the operational agility. So this means business must quickly adapt to market changes, supply chains, disruptions, and evolving customer behaviors. So maybe a good example would be from the year 2020, okay, COVID time, when COVID hit. I'm pretty sure most people used to go shop, locally, like at their local markets, or just go to the supermarket and shop. As compared right now, people started shopping online more, and this was a rapid market change. So this means that we have adapted to the changes in our market, and the customer behavior obviously changed then. So what the e-commerce did is the operations agility. So this means it was very quick to change. Okay. Also the e-commerce is using AI for personalization. Basically, what this means is using computer science and big data to adapt to consumer behavior, resulting in a more accurate valuable information. Basically, we are using AI and BI to understand exactly what the customer, how the market is, what the customer is expecting. I'm pretty sure sometimes when you Google about something, and then from then on, that is what those are the adverts you'll be receiving on your phone. So this is basically sometimes the use of AI and BI just to understand this is what the customer wants, and then these are the options that is being advertised to you. So sometimes the market uses that as one of the trends as well. So we'll go to the Mark stack. So basically this means we ensure that successful companies are looking at the tech stack. They need to be agile enough to respond to the changing environment. So basically we used microservices-based, API-fast, cloud-native, and headless. So basically this is making sure that you use the technology for your advantage. Let the technology work for you, okay? So one of the other things that is very important for the market trends is data privacy. This is to ensure that customers' data is well protected, ensuring that customers demand transparency and control over how businesses use their data and where they keep it. Sometimes this is also, the government has also ensured, taken measures to ensure that you do not misuse the data that you have, for the data your clients have obviously entrusted you with, that you're not misusing it. So this is very good because some customers want to know that they can trust you with the information, because at this point, we also all understand that data is the new oil. So it's very, very expensive and it's very lucrative. So we make sure that your data is very well protected. So we'll be talking about the cloud computing for e-commerce. So what does this entirely mean? So cloud computing offers e-commerce business scalability, cost savings, enhanced performance, reliability, security, and the ability to innovate rapidly. These benefits make the cloud an indispensable part of the e-commerce landscape, enabling businesses to thrive in competitive online marketplace. Okay, having to use as an e-commerce, what we do, how you can leverage with cloud computing. Basically, if you put your platform, let's say, on cloud, you're going to ensure that you are very scalable. You're going to save. You're going to see how you're going to be saving money. You're going to see how you can improve your performance, how you're going to be reliable all the time to your customers, and how you're going to be secure with your data and your customers' data as well, and how you can also be very adapt to market changes as well. So we're going to be seeing that as we move along. So fundamental aspects of cloud for e-commerce. So we'll start with scalability and flexibility. So for scalability, we'll see for varying loads with significant spikes during sales for holiday seasons, cloud allows businesses to scale their infrastructure up or down based on demand, ensuring that the website can handle increased traffic without purchasing and maintaining physical hardware. I'll just go with a good example for myself. I'll go with KRA. You see, sometimes when it's that time of the year where we all have to nini our taxes, we have to upload our taxes, and we have to, what's the word? We have to file our taxes. So you see that most of the Kenyans usually do it very last minute, and you can find that that 1 week before the deadline of June 30th, everyone's on the site. And the site sometimes you cannot access the site because the demand is so high and everyone is trying to access it. So this means that's how you see that they ensuring that the website can handle increased traffic without purchasing and maintaining physical hardware. So this means it's scalable. It can always scale up. And right now, besides the businesses that are always paying tax back and forth, besides that, not many people are using the platform, so it can always scale down. So this is what it means. It's very flexible. It can always scale up or down. I hope that was a good example. Moving on, we have reliability and availability. High availability and reliability are crucial for e-commerce businesses to ensure that their websites are always operational. Providing continuous service to customers using cloud solutions means that in the event of hardware failure, data corruption, or other issues, the e-commerce platform can quickly recover, minimizing downtime. So as a good example, maybe I can give disaster, like something like there's a disaster happens, and maybe you have a physical server in your office. What happens if maybe the fire, God forbid, a fire comes into the building, and then it's a very, let's say, your business is purely e-commerce, like you do, it's 50%, let's say, if you sell online, right? It means that your customers will not be able to access your platform, right? So it means you need a system that is very reliable. So this is why we say with a cloud platform, it's very advisable that you use a cloud platform where you can always have it very quick up and running within no time, okay? And availability is always, as long as you have internet, it's always available. Performance and speed, we'll look at performance and speed. The speed of an e-commerce website significantly affects users' experience and search engine rankings. Cloud can provide the computation power and bandwidth needed to ensure fast loading times, even under heavy traffic. Choosing servers closer to the customer will further enhance that performance. So this is it. No one wants to go to a site where it takes forever to just have to search for an item that they are looking for, it's quite annoying. And in today's world where it's a microwave generation, we want things quite fast. And as long as your site is easily accessible, you can search anything, the site is clear, it doesn't have like loading issues of the item. No one wants to have that. So the best thing you can do for yourself as a business is you can choose a server that is closer to you. Okay, so having us as Servercore having a data center here in Nairobi, it means that we reduce that part of that distance between you and your server, because you can always rent with us, and that latency period, you have your system here in Kenya, so there's within no time you have your services, okay? So for security and compliance, security is paramount for e-commerce platforms due to handling of sensitive customers' information, including payment details. Cloud providers offer a range of security measures, such as firewalls, intrusion detection systems, and encryptions to protect against threats. Additionally, many IaaS providers are compliant with various regulations, e.g. GDPR, and PCI and DSS, helping e-commerce businesses meet legal and regulatory requirements regarding data protection and privacy. So yeah, as I had mentioned earlier, that most companies, even the government, requires you to have this kind of regulations just to ensure that your data is well protected, your customers' data is well protected, and just what we handle so much sensitive information about our clients, their date of birth, their credit cards, their kind of payments, their M-Pesa payments, their numbers, everything it's very sensitive information on this platform. So we have to ensure that it's well protected and compliant to these government requirements as well, just for the sake of the company and also for the client. All right. Going into our products and technologies, we're going to look at what we do. So the infrastructure solutions at any level, we have the the PaaS solutions. This is where we deploy an environment for the developing and setting up cloud-based apps, DBMS, software envelopes, and testing services. So basically, this is mainly for developers. If you're developing an app or a system, this will provide an environment for you, a very safe environment for you to do it on. That will not affect your main platform. For the cloud platform, we run a virtual machines in a public or a private cloud with instant scaling and reliable data storage. So basically, cloud servers, and we also have dedicated servers. So for our dedicated servers, what we mean is you can rent with us in our pre-built servers that fits your task perfectly. So what we do have that you can rent a rack from our data centers. You can rent a rack that will fit your entire specs. You don't really have to have the physical server sitting in your space. You can just rent with us, and then we'll cater for you with the whatever headaches comes with it. You don't have to have the skilled team to handle it. You do not have to have the electricity. You don't have to have the generator. You don't have to have a cool room so that the environment can suit it. We provide all that for you. All right. So looking into our services, we do have the servers and computing, which we've just mentioned. We have the pre-built servers, aka bare metal and or dedicated servers. We have the cloud servers themselves. Under the cloud platform, we have the cloud databases, the object storage, the file storage, and the managed Kubernetes. For the networks, we have the load balancer, global router. For security, we are compliant with the GDPR compliance, the DDoS protection, and the PCI and DSS. All right. If any of you have been able to log in into our website and has signed in, you can see that we have one of the most friendly user control panels where it's a very easy to use. You don't really need a technical background to use our control panel. It's a self-service platform. We have a free DDoS protection provided for the infrastructure. This is to ensure that it's basically to protect your information. We also have a documentation for the API integration and knowledge base. Basically, this is like a Wikipedia on our platform. We have a documentation platform where basically what it means is all this documentation of all our products is already on our platform, and you can always just, search for whatever it is, and then you can see it there, anything for free. And then we also have a free customer support that's 24/7. We do not charge for any of our support. All right, so our products solve a couple of challenges. We do cloud migration. So we handle the cloud migration for you. Basically, we migrate the apps and services to the cloud with minimal risk and predictable timeframes. We understand that most of you already are using something else, like a different solution. And moving cloud migration is such a headache for most people because they do not want to interrupt what is currently the current setup. So what we'll do is that we ensure that we make sure that we migrate you with very minimal risk and within a time frame that we will discuss. Okay, we have an IT cost optimization. So what this means is that we audit your infrastructure, and we can tell you how much it will be, how much it will cost you to move to our platform, so that you can also fit within your budget. We are also GDPR compliant, just for the law. For the fault tolerance, this basically means setting up servers to work without hiccups and ensure quick data recovery, assuming any financial responsibility and SLA. So if we tell you this is what will happen, and we set you up, and there's any headache or something happens to your data, it will be on us. So we will assume that financial responsibility on us. Okay. Information security, I've covered this, I've mentioned this a couple of times. Is just to reiterate that we are setting up a DDoS protection and access control measures. This is meant to ensure that we have protected your information and the information of your customer. So we'll just deep dive into Servercore data centers. This is our data center. As I mentioned, we do have a data center here in Kenya. We have partnered with a company called Icolo, where our data centers are sitting, and we do have a tier 3 data center. As I mentioned, we have free support. We'll do training for you. We'll help you and your team to be trained. We'll solve any issues for you in case there's any slowness or unstable performance. And we will explain how to move to Servercore infrastructure within no time and making sure that there are no interruption to your business. And also, we migrate the entire platform for you for free. So, cloud platform. So what does this entirely mean when you move to a cloud platform? So cloud platforms, cloud servers with instant connectivity. So this is cloud servers. So we will set you up within a minute. And then we also have a pay-as-you-go model. So this is, you can pay from 1 hour, per day, per month, per year. Per year, obviously, is a bit cheaper. There's more discounts paying per year, but point is that we have a pay-as-you-go model. You pay for what you use, okay? And a full compliance with local laws and requirements for personal data storage. So we also different fine-tuned configurations such as the CPU, RAM, and disk to suit your needs and technical requirements. So if you have managed to go to our control panel, you can see if you input any of this on the system just to measure up on your specs, then it will bring you from the inbuilt calculator how much it will cost you. We do have a robust network drives that with various performance profiles, triple data replication, and scheduled backups. So basically, this is backing up and making sure that your data is never lost. So we have a library of ready-made OS image and ability to upload your own in different formats. This is pretty clear. We have the image uploads on any kind of format. Okay. So this is best for cloud platforms. Cloud servers are best for quick deployments. This means that infrastructure of any specification and complexity without cost for maintenance and setups. As I mentioned, we offer maintenance and setup for free. So if you want a quick deployment that's no headache, then we are the best. Irregular traffic load. So this is basically means that we save on idle resources and easily allocate extra resources for peak loads. As I had mentioned, a good example is Carry. When everyone is on the site, then we can allocate extra resources when everyone, for the peak loads. And when the platform is idle, then we can always scale down. It's also good for the development environments. This means isolated environment for product testing without the risk of the current infrastructure. I mentioned this is best for the deployment of apps, as well as platforms that you want to test for testing environments. So what does it mean to have a dedicated servers? So these are the bare metal or the pre-built servers. So they are best for high load services. Those basically means that complex computation tasks such as online stores, games, SaaS services, and ERP systems. These are those ones that require immediate exchange, right? So we also have media projects. This is for streaming videos and on audio and real-time processing of large amounts of user data. So especially maybe for a good example would be like a TV station where they have heavy streaming of videos and audios. Radio station, this is best for that. Then we have financial institutions for projects that need to ensure that the security of customer data and money from cyber attacks. So basically SACCOs, fintechs, banks, any financial institution. This is best, they better use, we advise them to use dedicated servers. So we do have a comparison. We did a comparison in the market of some of the players in the market as vis-a-vis our own services. The first one would be AWS, and then Google Cloud, and then now Servercore. So basically, we put in relatively almost the same specs. that come from the from the calculator, the inbuilt calculator of each platform. So with AWS, we were getting 17,000 roughly Kenya shillings. Then we were getting a rough of Google with 28,000. And for Servercore with the same specs, we were getting 10,000 Kenya shillings. So as you can see, we are still the most affordable player in the market, still offering the technology partnership with the still, this would save you a lot of money if you move with us. And again, we still migrate you from any of these platforms to Servercore for free. We support you for the migration. So if you're thinking about saving money for your company, for your own company, then you should just link us up, text us, visit us at our offices, and then we can discuss on how this is possible. Right. All right, so what are we looking at free audit for our clients, current infrastructure, and free migration. So what does this means is that we audit your project. So we try to understand the specifications of your account, and then just to also mitigate any hiccups that might come along. So we understand what kind of specs you're dealing with and if you're looking to upgrade, downgrade, maintain the exact same specs, then, we will handle that for you. We will also tell you what is best also for you. If you still want to maintain on cloud, if you want to go to dedicated servers, we'll just audit and also be in a better position to advise. That's what we do. We also develop terms and reference and sign an NDA, because we'll be accessing your data, we'll be handling your data, and of course, just for safety purposes, we ensure that there's transparency in every single stage. So we'll be signing an NDA with you, and then we can be able to transact together. We will build a robust infrastructure. We'll select the configuration based on the type of load level. I think I'd mentioned this as well. We'll just try and understand at our very best of what kind of specs you're working with and what is best for you, especially for people who are starting over and just from scratch. Then we'll be in a better position to tell you this is what you will need. For your company growth, this is what you'll also be looking into. But you can always scale up and down, depending also on your growth, on your budget. We'll work together on that. We cautiously move everything to Servercore. We verify connectivity and only release projects into production if they are fully functional. That is very self-explanatory. We'll just make sure that we do not lose any data. We'll make sure that everything is working very, very well to the satisfaction of the customer before we move it. All right, now we'll be going to company cases. All right, we have one of our customers. This is just an example of one of our customers, and what the customer was. I'll just read the example of what the customer was looking into and what we did for them. Okay, so the company how to reduce request processing time through IT infrastructure. So what does the company do? So the company helps other companies automate business processes and provide customers with a convenient online booking service, okay? Used by 33,000 companies with over 15 million bookings made through the service every month. This is a big client. They have 15 million bookings. They're doing very well for themselves. So the task is to reorganize the IT infrastructure with an increased presence in the market and quickly scale up the computing power. So this solution also helps companies that deal with high traffic and want to ensure stable platform operations without failures. So for such a huge company, we try to understand what exactly are the risks that they will be facing in such a movement. So what we did was, the challenge was to increase the current computing power. And then we offered them a solution that we provided cloud and dedicated servers for various configurations. So basically, we offered them a hybrid setup. So this is also very possible for clients. We can also offer hybrid setup. We can mix up cloud and dedicated server depending on your kind of the kind of work you do. So as looking at an e-commerce platform, you might need a hybrid setup, okay? Because there are things that a dedicated servers can do better than a cloud, and then, they help each other in such situations. All right, the other challenge was to create a geographical distributed and fault-tolerant infrastructure. So what we offer them is that we place services in multiple Servercore data centers. Since we have 4 data centers, we place them in different locations so that we have different geographical fault tolerant distributed, which we can also do for you as well. The other challenge was to conduct data migration to the new provider within a limited time frame, which I believe is like a challenge to all the customers, even the new ones. They want to be up and running within a very limited time frame. So what we did is that we migrated the customer's product within a month, looking like they already have 15 million. So that obviously means that our team worked day and night to ensure that this happened for them. So depending on kind of platform you have, then we will work together to ensure that we are within the time frame that we have promised, and we will also sign that on our contracts. And in case something happens, we will always communicate. We are very open in communication. We ensure that we loop you in every single stage. Okay. So one of the consequences of this was the increase in the speed of the platform's operation. The acceleration of work operations positively affects the business results of the services clients. You see, by the end of the day, if your client wins, they'll always come back. If I am working into a site that I want to buy something, if I have good customer service, the product is good, they deliver on time, as in whatever I'm looking is whatever I'm looking at the site is whatever I'm getting. By the time I'm ordering, I will always come back. So let technology work for you. Let it work for you. Just leverage on every aspect of technology that can work for you. All right. How to reduce cloud services cost by 70%, which I believe is everyone wants to do that for themselves, is migrate from a foreign provider and set up a system from marketing, reporting, and analytics. The solution will also help companies that create their own tools for a large number of clients. While doing so, it was important for the client to meet several conditions. First of all, was to satisfy the need of each client and their preferences regarding the technology task. The second one was place data on different servers, which I had mentioned. We have different data centers, so we place it also on different geographical regions. Also, we can set it on different physical dedicated servers here locally, okay? Have the ability to quickly scale the system to connect new tools. So we have various tools where we can help companies be quick to scale up or down, okay? All right. Again, if you need to cut costs, as we have seen on previous pages, that our different providers are offering the same exact specs at very high prices as compared to us. So if you want to cut costs for yourself, for your company, you should consider moving. So the other one was, the challenge was the company needed to configure a system of marketing, reporting, and analytics for each client. So the solution was, Servercore provided the company with 2 ready-to-use configurations of dedicated server for rent. Okay. So as I mentioned, we have different resources. We can still set you up on different dedicated servers because we have already pre-built, pre-configured servers of different kind of specs, which you can always view on our website, on our control panel, and you can see how much they cost. So the result was that by 70%, Servercore reduced the cost of cloud solutions for this client. The company was able to switch from SaaS to AIS to PAS services and is no longer dependent on license, the cost of which depends on the number of users. This allows for the additional of new clients without additional startup fees and save on operational expenses. So basically, I think by now you are aware that licenses cost so much. They are a monthly renewal, and they cost quite crazy. And especially the exchange rate, things have been going up and up and up and up every single day. And if you go with us, it's not that we ask you to pay in Kenya shillings and then we're just doing the exchange rate. You pay for the Kenya shillings, like it's constant. If you're doing 10K, it's going to be 10K for forever. Like, it's not an exchange. So you just know that when you say you pay for Kenya shillings, it's purely Kenya shillings without an exchange rate with regulatory. All right. Case number 3 is how to delegate infrastructure administration to the provider and focus on business tasks. Task number 1 was maintain high availability and speed of the website, use modern architectural and software solutions in the infrastructure without a large in-house team of technical specialists. Right. So most of the people, especially startups, maybe e-commerce startups, they don't really have the ability to hire so many experts as well. So they need sometimes to be able to do everything in-house. Sometimes that's where we also come in and do the managed services for you. So the solution will also help actively developing companies in the e-commerce sector. Thanks to the work of the service administration team, the incident rates for the projects it supports is very low. On average, there is 1 or 2 incidents with downtime per 100 projects. So in 100 projects, you can see maybe 2 incidences that might have issues during the entire time. So this means the 70% infrastructure administration tasks are handled by Servercore. So we handle most of the infrastructure. We handle most people who then come to us don't have such a very huge IT team because we handle that for them, again, for free, but also for those companies that also already have a team. We work hand in hand with the team, and we just ensure that the team does not have headache. We also understand that IT team also go through a lot. So we try to work together with them so that we can try to reduce their load. 30% is the cost of companies' infrastructure could decrease after our audit. We ensure that our audit comes up with a report and, things to do to ensure that you save up on your money. So, you can choose to use our advice and it will save you up on some cost. All right. So during the sign up for the webinar, we had some questions. We just picked up a couple of questions. Some questions were emerging issues on the IT infrastructure for e-commerce. Of course, there are a couple of issues in the market, not just for e-commerce, but if we can look at e-commerce, basically is scalability. Scalability is such an issue, especially for e-commerce, because there are times that the people want to all access your site. Sometimes it's not that also not meant for accessing it. So there's scalability. There's also cybersecurity, which I believe has been an issue for most markets. So what we will do for you as Servercore is make sure that our services are agile. We are also compliant with all the security measures. We have a DDoS protection on our platform. We're also PCI compliant as well. And we also try to understand that with your infrastructure as your e-commerce platform, that we can accommodate your growth, just to make sure that, sometimes there are ups and downs in the market and we can accommodate both, and we just try to ensure that you are never down, that you can always depend on us. Second question was how to use cloud platform products in e-commerce. How to use cloud platforms products in e-commerce. So basically what you need, this question means is, cloud platforms or cloud services. Okay. So this is basically the same, when you use cloud, what does cloud offer you? What does cloud offer e-commerce platforms? Cloud offers e-commerce. We can do hosting, we can do storage, we can do cloud computing. We can do a cost comparison. That is obviously going to be a very cost-effective platform because you only pay for what you use, you see. And like doing a dedicated server, because a dedicated server, you buy thinking of growth. So sometimes you buy a little bit bigger, a product that's a little bit bigger. So sometimes you might find that you don't entirely use the entire resources of the dedicated server. But as compared to the cloud platform, you use everything. You pay for what you use. Like tokens, you pay for what you use. Yeah, that's basically what it means. Do you believe a startup, aka young company, has a chance to compete with giants in e-commerce? Absolutely. So as I think I had mentioned, leverage on technology. can compete with giants. Just to ensure that you have a niche market, understand what the giants are doing, do something different or do something like them. Just understand what can you do that will make you stand, be you, just to make your name in the market. You also have a personalized experience in your platform. And of course, make sure that your platform is very reliable. These giants are also giants because they are reliable. So are you also reliable? Are you leveraging on technology? See, like things are not the same as they were before COVID. Things are very different. So things might also change in the future. You never really know what's going to happen tomorrow. So just be on your toes. Be ready for change anytime. So yeah, you can always compete with the giants. I wish to set up an e-commerce website for the company. You can always come to our platform, post with us. Our performance is optimal, and we guarantee 100%, 99.98 performance on our platform. And again, we will support you in migration, setting up. We can train you. We basically handle the headache for you. You just need to bring in you for your own company, bring in the customers, and we handle the backend headache for you. How to protect your company against fraud during collecting funds online, like M-Pesa and online payments. So this is basically to ensure that your platform is protected. Do you have a firewall? Do you have a DDoS protection? Do you have a DDoS protection on your own platform? Just to make sure that you are compliant with these laws. Sometimes, do you have an SSL certificate? Just make sure that you're well protected. Cover yourself. Out here, we have many ways of protecting yourself. And the government is also assisting. There are ways that you can do. There are companies you can work with. There are so many cybersecurity companies right now. You can always find all this information. Kenya especially is full of this information. The tech company is growing rapidly, and there's always something out there. And if you want, you can always also come, we talk about it. We see also what we can work together and see. If you come to our platform, these are already some of the things that you don't really have to handle because we have already handled that for you, So that's one class. So always think about coming. Again, I just want to say, we do have, before we finish, we do have a discount on our platform. If you're signing with us as an e-commerce company, we are going to be offering a discount. We have a 10% discount to our clients if they sign up for us, especially after this webinar. If you want to move as well, if you're the one making sure that your company moves, we will also discuss that. There are ways we also, if you are an IT manager, if you are you can be able to influence a decision. Then we also have an affiliate program where which if you're interested, you can always check us out. You can always reach us out, and then we can talk about it as well. We have an affiliate program where we work together. If you recommend us, then there's also something we can work a payment solution for you as well. So thank you so much for your time and your attention. I really appreciate your time, taking your time to just listen to me today. If you have any questions, please check us out. We have we have platforms where you can reach me. My name is Kafura. You can always call our office, WhatsApp, also send an email. All our information is on our website. So please feel free to reach out. So thank you so much for your time. We look forward to having you on our platform, and have a very lovely afternoon for the rest of the day. All right. Bye-bye.